Hey everybody, welcome to another Week in Gaming with Adam Blue of BlueGamer.net. And by the way, at Adam Blue or at BlueGamer on Twitter, Facebook.com/BlueGamerNet, if you ever want to do that. I mean, it's in the description. Anyway, to start off, Dead Island Riptide has been released this week. You should give it a shot, actually. I put some impressions up. If you enjoy the original, you'll like this one. I think it has some technical issues. Well, on the PC, that is. That wasn't in the other one, but it's still fun. It's Dead Rising. If you enjoyed doing the co-op zombie slaying, building weapons and all that, it's really just more of the same. But check out my impressions. May have a review up later for that. But something interesting that happened this week was the rest of THQ's properties were bought up. The last one being Homeworld, or one of the last. And, you know, who would acquire this Homeworld IP? I know Relic was always trying to buy it back for the longest time. They were hoping, because that was originally developed by Relic, they wanted it back, and it would be a good idea. Relic is now with Sega. You know, Sega doing the Homeworld IP, that's great. But Gearbox actually were the ones to acquire it, and yeah, people on the internet not too amused with this. You know, with Gearbox, you know, they came out with Borderlands, and it was quite amazing. Even though the game at its core is very simple, it's just you shoot, 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 level up. I mean, it's fun. Borderlands 2, a little more of the same. Aliens was quite a fiasco. The Aliens Colonial Marines just did not turn out good. I mean, that's an amazing property they messed up. But Gearbox having the Homeworld IP, I mean, it's like, you know, no one's happy about it. Randy Pitchford, though, on Twitter did say that he plans on distributing the original games digitally. So yeah, hopefully we'll see them on Steam. I mean, that's cool, but otherwise, Gearbox is the last. I think even Paradox was one that was trying to bid on it. That would have been good. They've made some great strategy games in the past, so don't know what to think about this. But in some good, rather strange news, there's another Metal Gear Solid collection coming out, this time exclusively for the PS3. It includes Metal Gear Solid 4 with trophies, and also the first Metal Gear. It could just be a PS1 download. I think it would be neat if they released it as a its own like PS3 game. I mean, it doesn't have to be updated or anything, but you know, to have trophies and all that. I'm kind of a achievement/trophy whore. I'll admit it. But that's supposed to come out this June or July. I forget when exactly. So that's going to include all the games. So if you want to have the 7th version of Metal Gear Solid 3, here you go. I'm sure most people right now already have a ton of them. I want a little more out of Konami, like another Gradius or something. Metal Gear Solid is pretty much all they've been doing lately. And then, okay, up next, it is for sure the next Xbox. This is not going to be a thing about other rumors, but the next Xbox will be, well, there's an event confirmed for May 21st. Microsoft sent out invites for it, where they're going to show off the Xbox, possibly software. They did confirm that for E3, they're going to show off a bunch of software. But it'll be interesting to finally see what this next Xbox will be. It's kind of late, so close to E3. I'm sure they just wanted to see everything the Sony was doing with the PS4 and see if they can one that up with the next Xbox. I'm excited. We'll see what happens with that. Speaking of E3, Nintendo has decided they aren't going to have a press release or press event like they normally do. They're not going to have a big keynote conference, whatever. They're going to be there behind closed doors, but they're not going to make a big splash this year. I mean, there's been some interesting things going on with Nintendo. I guess they didn't sell as many Wii U's and 3DSs as they thought they would. Iwata is now going to be I believe it's the CEO of Nintendo of America, and they're making some other changes. I think there's some directors on the board that are going to be stepping down. Just a bunch of changes, and Nintendo really needs this. It's been weird what they've been doing lately. I mean, Iwata even said that he thinks when the people think the Wii U is just a peripheral, not a new console, and I actually agree. I remember when they first announced the Wii U, I was thinking it was just this handheld device that actually just worked with the Wii. I didn't understand it, but there was a console there. They just didn't show it off. They really should have showed off, here's our console. Maybe called it something other than Wii U. Yeah, so again, it'll be interesting to see what Nintendo does coming up. I think the 3DS lineup is looking good. As for their Wii U stuff, not so much. Lastly, there's been confirmation of a River City Ransom sequel. Now, River City Ransom was a real fun game on the regular NES, and there was a Game Boy Advance version. Basically, it's a side-scroller beat 'em up, just with upgrading your stats, just a bunch of fun. And what originally was happening is someone on their own, some like fan-made sequel was being worked on, and I guess the owners of the River City Ransom IP was just like, hey, how about we just work with you and make it an official sequel? So that should, who knows when that's really coming out, but that's actually fun. Something that's old school like that, with fan collaboration being made into a full release. Well, and that's about it for this week in gaming. Thanks for watching, and check you guys out next time. Welcome, another Blue Gamer Week in Gaming with Adam Blue. This week, we've had another leak, another Durango leak. You know, who knows if it's really anything at all. It was basically a guy on Twitter tweeted someone, I know that sounds offensive, but he tweeted someone a link to some Durango information. And the latest is that it's not...
Read it real quick. How long did it take you? Probably a good 4 days worth of
Yeah. You got it done a lot quicker than I thought. So it's an interesting story. Basically, you're this dude that has to go to this island floating in the sky. You have to get this girl, clear your debt. As you go, things unfold. Yeah, you find tears in the world that has music from different time periods. So it's like, what's going on here?